What's going on, YouTube? We back in the Low Key Cave, Keyshawn Nimes YouTube page, aka Mr. Low Key, and we back with another TV show review. This time we back with Power Book 3, Raising Kanan, Season 4, Episode 3 review. Your boy Unique, down on his murdering spree. Goddamn Jason Voorhees, Freddy Krueger. But nah, man, your boy Unique, once again, his whole target plan and who he got his eye on and who his target is locked on is Rock. And right now, he's basically going through and taking out anybody that has any type of association with Rock, including the businesses that he had genuinely started and that she came in and took over. Like, come in and take out the Chinese couple. Now, that was just messed up, bro. Now, that's a little cold because they just been there. You know, they ain't trying to really be in, but they in. And even the way set up 50 Cent in the narration, man, like, even if you try to be somewhat of a civilian, if you in the game, then everything that comes along with it, consequences and repercussions. But yes, man, your boy Unique is out here not sparing nobody. And I'm getting in tune with what he's doing because it's keep trying to put this whole thing of he's not going to be the same character this and the third, but I mean, he kind of is. It wasn't like he wasn't like a killer before he got fucked up by his brother or whatever. So, I mean, that whole revenge play, it is giving him more of a menacing kind of outcome because before it was more so of him just going after his counterparts as far as other drug dealers or whatever, or him and his ops as far as Rock now or whatever. But yeah, it is kind of menacing to see him kind of taking out what you would call somewhat civilians that ain't really out in the game but are in the game, if you want to say so. But outside of that, your boy Kanan, man, him and this girl, she need a new spot. She needs somewhere else to stay. And by the way, she is smart. Like, goddamn, they giving Kanan, like, the way Kanan is coming off kind of like, not simple, but it's like, dude, yo, you know who your mama is, your family, and they dynamics, and the way if your mama even move, you're not smart enough to know not to lay your head where you keep your product at. And even his girl telling him, like, damn, Kanan, come on, brother, think. Because you can keep that apartment, leave your product there, move your work out of there and go somewhere else, or do something like she said, you got too much coming in and out anyway, too many movements. And we obviously see that with what happens with the situation with Unique showing up later on in the episode or whatever. But outside of that, as far as Kanan and his situation and his relationship and finding different apartments or whatever, Jukebox, man, she comes to the realization that she's not going to do the R&B or the singing. And even really good conversation that they had with Jukebox and Marvin and the R&B dudes coming up pretty much telling her, like, yo, you know, you can't just AWOL like that, just leave like that. And she goes into the whole thing with her sexuality and them kind of just standing off and just like, hey, okay, I got you. But it's more so of her trying to come into her own and trying to figure out what is her next move. What is it? Not going to sing. It's not the army. Maybe school, but more so of her too, and getting more relaxed with her sexuality and saying, no, I am gay. This is who I am. If y'all can't accept, anybody who can accept it outside of my family or people who just don't genuinely accept it, fuck you, that's it. But like I said, she's more so is trying to find herself. Shout out to everybody. I know I'm even some of those people. It's like, yo, the episode's kind of slow, blah, blah, blah. But once again, we getting this good character development because shit is going to hit the fan. We all know this. Shit is going to hit. And I already been seeing, like they saying, this season is where Jukebox kind of going to her villainous arc. And even with Kanan, why would y'all expect Jukebox and Kanan just to be mass murderers going into a prequel show of them coming into their teen years, going into their adulthood? It's not supposed to happen like that. The reason we even get engaged with these characters is character development. Yes, when we introduce the Jukebox in original Power, she is a crazy maniac. The thing about it is, later on and starting to develop with this character, starting to somewhat get to know her alongside of Kanan in original Power, we understand certain things, even with Kanan. Once again, Kanan is a menace. Dude was going to throw a little girl out the window. He killed the old lady and took over the apartment. But we still, some way, somehow, in tune, got engaged and wanted to, like was kind of like, calling Kanan an anti-hero, even though he's a straight up villain. But anyway, man, once again, I'm enjoying the character development. It is moving kind of in, you know, but I'm enjoying what they're trying to do. Once again, it's build up for things that are coming, and we know none of this shit is going to end well. But outside of Jukebox trying to come into her own and trying to come to some type of realization of what's next in her life, Marvin, I said that I know this situation is going to end up turning on Marvin because of the things he's doing with Stefano. And now it's the whole thing with him lying to Rock, because Rock got information that they had seen him having conversations with Stefano, and you know her lawyer told him the feds are watching Stefano. Y'all supposed to be out the crosshairs. But you know Marvin, they was just watching you. They was just on your ass. So yeah, she asking him, and I wonder if it could be a situation where Marvin might get too caught up and Rock have to kill Marvin. Will it get that dark? Because I know something's going to happen, and like I said, I already been calling it. I feel like Marvin could be the one to go this season, and that could be that extra push for Jukebox. But could Rock really do that? And I ain't saying she's outside of her lane, not at all. But that's going to be crazy, because I already see that kind of building up with him even lying to her, and even the look on his face, because he know his sister. We know Rock. But outside of that, Lou, and I ain't gonna front to y'all, man. The B-Rella dude is getting on my nerves. I'm ready. Where is Famous at, bro? Where is Famous? And I feel like we got Famous coming back in episode 5. We're going to get Famous episode 5, because you know that's when they do their mid-break. But anyway, where is Famous, man? Because B-Rella, I'm not feeling him. I'm not. Shout out the party. What he trying to do with this character, but get him out of here. But Lou and B-Rella are trying to pretty much talk to the record label guy and trying to get B-Rella another advance so he can get his own place and he can take care of his kids or whatever. And the guys like them, I done already got you out of jail. You on multiple occasions, I done got you straight and did this and the third as far as money. And B-Rella's disrespectful. And that's another, his character's kind of not likable. Because even the dude, the record label dude, and I know we have these things with the record industry, and I think they're trying to even put a little bit of eyesight on that as far as how the record labels take advantage of these artists from the streets or whatever. I get it. But even the way he's coming off was like, yo, it seemed like he's one of the guys that actually somewhat care about the artists and trying to help him or whatever. As far as the record label executive or whatever that Lou and B-Rella trying to talk to. But it just seemed like he just don't give a fuck, and maybe his party's act. I don't know. He just irritating to me, man. I'm sorry. B-Rella is an irritating artist and character to me right now. He might grow me. We have to see. But even outside of what Lou is trying to do for B-Rella, Lou was going to his classes, you know, with him trying to do what he was trying to do to himself as far as take his life or whatever, and seeing Rock show up and seeing them kind of getting a little bit more closer. It could be even in a situation where Lou might come back into the fold as being Rock's main number one, especially with the situation with Marvin and Stefano, so we're going to have to see. But, you know, outside of that, Kanan and Rock's mother and Kanan's grandmother, you already know, man, when we get dinner table scenes, it's never going to go the way it's supposed to, especially in black TV shows, black movies. Tyler Perry, Power. We seen it just recently with Power Book 2 with Tariq shit, and them dinner table scenes, it never goes good, so you know this one ain't going to go good. But I almost feel like this was one of the most common ones. But, you know, Kanan's grandmother, her cancer, and he's the only one that know, but now she's ready to tell all the kids or whatever. So we get a big dinner table scene with them trying to have this conversation, and her finally coming into and telling everybody what's going on with her and her having cancer, and Rock pretty much just like, what the fuck is going on? And you can tell Rock is hurt. This is she's hurt, but at the same time, it's like she doesn't have time for that, and it's still something with her and her mother. And I think they kind of touched on it when they had their interaction in like season 2? I think it was season 2 or season 3 earlier. I think it was season 2 though. And we've kind of been getting these implications when she showed up for Lou, when you know Lou was going through his thing last season or whatever. But it's definitely something there. Y'all can let me know if they've already touched on it. Maybe I missed it. But it's definitely something there with Rock and her mother. Because even everybody, when she tell them, like, you can tell it, like, damn, no. But Rock, you can tell it does hurt her. But at the same time, it's like she don't want to get it to her mother. And she's like, man, get out of here with that, man. No, we're not doing this. So, once again, great acting from the woman playing Rock, man. Once again, character development. This is the best show. The writing, this is what I'm talking about, because I feel like the writing is so good and tight with this. Outside of what they did with Unique, pretty much bringing him back when I thought he maybe should have been dead, as far as that being a very heavy character hit, even though I'm glad he's not. But outside of that, I feel like it's been more grounded, because I feel like the other shows, As far as the other spinoffs with Power Book 2 and Power Book 4, I feel like they're more so over the top, especially now. That's the action shit. That's what I think people are coming into this one to. But I feel like Power Book 3 has never been the heaviest on the action, build up with story. But when they do start the action, it's there. But anyway, y'all let me know how y'all feeling about this recent episode of Power. Make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. Make sure you hit that notification bell if you know when I upload new videos. Other than that, we out.